Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jelly Trelly. Today we're gonna be talking about things I want to see in 2K. Now, some of these are things I want to see definitely in 2027, 2K27, but I also just want to see really over time, because I know some of these things are big changes, but they really gotta happen, dude. They really gotta happen. All right. So I'm just gonna jump into it. You tell me if I'm cooking, please. At any point, if you feel like I'm cooking anywhere in this video, go to the comment section, start writing it, and tell me if I'm either right or if I'm wrong. I need to know, guys, because these are things I've been thinking about for like years playing this game. So check this out. First, we're gonna start off with, we need a more engaging MyCareer. Now, before you say anything, I need you to hear me out. When I say more engaging, I mean that the games, the events, they have to have consequences, the things that you choose. So instead of just this, like take 2K26 for instance, I wasn't attached to the story, none, bro. Not one drop was I attached to the story. Not one time was I like, oh man, this is real, like I'm sweating here. None of that. I felt like you was just playing a play and, you know, hurry. Everybody, what does everybody do? You get on, you hurry up and try and speed through whatever you gotta speed through, then you try and jump online with everybody else. That's what you're trying to get to, right? You're trying to get to that wreck, that pro-am, the park, etc., etc. So I was sitting here like thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what would be crazy? And it's gonna lead into my second point. So I'm just gonna jump into point number 2. It kind of goes with it too, but instead of build specializations or you know, that like how we have the shooting specialization, the rebounding, defense, instead of that, it should be more a specific path that shapes your career. So for example, I hate when they say MP, but I'm just going to use that for example because that's what we call my player. Excuse me. For example, MP wants to be the greatest shooter of all time. Now, this is one of the build paths you can choose. Think of it as like a specialization, but it changes your career. I'm just going to follow me. I'm going to give you an example. MP wants to be the best shooter of all time. He wants to be better than Steph. This will affect events, grant access to possibly even a new level of badge, which could be the rainbow badge or the lethal badge. And my idea behind the lethal badge was his step back, his post fade, his post fake. It was so lethal, man. Like it's past legendary. It got to a point where he was lethal. Like Steph is a lethal shooter. You know, there's legendary shooters and then he's lethal. Like there always needs to be a step up, because right now in 2K26, what I noticed was this year we had the legend badge, and I always knew they were going to add something above Hall of Fame, but we had the legend badge and it feels like more than enough people have legends, and it's like legend is not enough for some people. You understand? Like there's dunkers, and then that's a dunker. Like this guy is known for being probably one of the greatest dunkers of all time. Like the way, you know what I'm saying? Or Steph. Nobody's Steph. Steph is in a class all of his own. When it comes to shooting, there needs to be certain badges, or at least a certain badge that only Steph has on a level. That's what I'm saying. Like prime Steph needs to have a certain badge that like nobody else can touch, if that makes sense. So let's get back to the build specialization, the build path. Instead of specializations, it's a path. MP wants to be the greatest shooter of all time, better than Steph. This will affect his events in his career. It will grant access to possibly even a new level of badge. That's what I was thinking. So like something that you can only get from MyCareer, something that will make people want to play it. And follow me, I'm going to get to why this isn't just something you could cheese and do like, you know, like regular. Same thing with other paths. It's going to be the same thing. So there's going to be a rebounding one, like MP wants to be the greatest rebounder of all time, or, you know, he wants to be the best defensive player of all time. This will not only grant access to these certain levels of badges, it's just going to be something that you have to do. And what I was thinking is they can force you, like the game doesn't let you pick a difficulty for this. It's just one difficulty and it's hard. MyCareer needs to be that way, where you feel like you want to play it and you feel like it's a challenge in itself, not just, oh, let me hurry up and switch it to rookie and blow through this and grind it out. No. It needs to be one level that's hard, like actually hooping. I wouldn't say Hall of Fame hard, but it definitely needs to be like you got to hoop to kind of get there. Like computer should whoop your butt. You should actually be sweating and working hard to try and beat these MyCareer games. And that's the benefit, is that it grants access to these special level of badges. You know what I mean? Like if you're making a lock and you're like, bro, I want to be a lock, like you can get a rainbow level badge or two, maybe just one. I think this is the problem with legend badges, that we have more than one of everything, and it's just silly. So that being said, that's the build specialization changing into the build path. And when I say that changes games and events, I'm talking about like, say you're the defensive player, you might have a flu game. You might have a game where you go against a crazy opponent who's like, he's just cold. They're like, oh, nobody's ever stopped him. He always scores like 40 a game, 30 plus a game. He's hot. Nobody can stop him. Your dude's like, well, I'm gonna be the first. That type of stuff. If you want to be the best shooter of all time, it's like, man, you're going against so and so, man. He put the clamps on everybody. He gonna lock you up on the perimeter. They run a zone. It's like that type of stuff needs to be in MyCareer, so people feel like they need to play. You don't want to be forced, but you want to heavily incentivize playing it. Give it a set difficulty, make it interesting. Not this bullcrap story where we're just forced to be in something. 2K26's MyCareer story was so buns. You know, no offense to Spike Lee, man, but it's just the whole story was buns. So as for gameplay, I want shooting, then moving on to next topics because I want to get there. As for gameplay, I want shooting to be as realistic. In a good game, we should be able to get buckets. But making three-pointers should be difficult. I'm reading this stuff on my phone, so if it sounds a little odd, it's because I'm just trying to get through it. But I want shooting to be realistic. We all saw the Reddit post. A lot of us have been talking about that stuff for a long time now, about how like basically you need to, a good shooter should stand out, you know? In real life, I know right now the meta, and I'm talking about real life, the NBA right now, it's like, oh, shoot as much as you can shoot. Shooters gonna shoot, yada, yada, yada. But realistically speaking, yes, people do shoot in real life. A lot of people shoot, but not everybody's making them at a high clip. Like you don't see every night everybody on the team went 100% from three. That's not realistic at all. You don't have this guy going 6 for 6, 5 for 5, 8 for 8 every damn night. That's my problem, is when you go into the rec, pro-am, whatever, even on the park, people don't just not everybody on the team just makes all their threes or 90% or 80% shooting. You know what I mean? That's crazy talk. That's not basketball at all. This is fantasy land. So that's that. I'm gonna move on. All attributes need to matter and should be effective. We should also have more attributes, and the struggle in the builder should be making a balanced character. Extra attributes should be, so these are attributes I want them to add. We should have an attribute that's called ball IQ, because things should not just be inherently given to you. I feel like passing, defense, and I'm gonna get there, but passing, defense, etc., these things are ball IQ things, and just because you're playing a game and a game assumes your character already has ball IQ, so everybody has that, it's like, that's not fair. It's like, for example, if you put me, I don't know, some Freaky Friday happened and I got put inside Kyrie's body, you know, Kyrie Irving, I wouldn't just be crazy at dribbling because I'm in this man's body. That's his IQ. He's worked on that. He's crafted that, if that makes sense. So that's one thing. But I want ball IQ to be the next stat. I want stamina back, like an actual stamina stat that you have to put up, because certain people don't need a bunch of stamina. Like if you playing some tall 7 foot something dude who he might not need that much. He might get to his spots, he might spot up, or he might get close to the rim, grab a rebound, launch it, and that's his gameplay. He's like kind of lazy like that. But if you're playing like a little point guard, there needs to be some sacrifice for you. The problem I noticed in 2K26 was that everything was somewhat affordable to get. You know what I mean? When you take away stamina, when you take away the need for strength, that's how you let these little point guards get away with everything. You know, he could shoot threes like Steph, but he could also run and dunk on somebody. You know, he also has decent passing and he's crazy at dribbling. Like, what is that? There's nobody like that in real life. That would be an MVP. That would be a generational talent. That would be the next LeBron. You know what I mean? Even LeBron can't even, like, LeBron can dribble, but he's just not Kyrie dribbling everywhere. Ball IQ. We need ball IQ. We need, I want stamina back, and I want post defense. It's not the same as interior defense. I want an actual post defense stat, because this was my reasoning. Post lockdown, let's say post lockdown. I'm going to use that as a perfect example. Post lockdown, if you were to, you know how we get the post lockdown stat and all you need, I think, is like strength and interior defense. It should be more than that. It should be a combination. Now that I'm thinking about it, of all of those, you should need definitely some strength, but that's really not, you need strength to stop post moves, of course, but you also need ball IQ, because falling for a fake in real life, I've played against somebody who was like crazy with post fades and fakes. In real life, that's a chess game, dude. Like when you play against it on TV, it looks crazy. You might be like, oh, how you fall for that? That's so slow. But in real life, you try and guard somebody who can hit a turnaround. Oh, never mind, he was going under. Like, that's a real life thing, and we don't even get to play that in the game because it's just such a crapped on thing. But if it was up to me to get post lockdown, you would need strength, ball IQ, interior defense, and post defense. Like we need as many stats as possible, not to overcomplicate the builder, but to force people to have to, you know, to balance yourself. When you're in a builder, you should be balancing. You should be saying, dang, I need to be able to defend that. I should probably be able to defend that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? People should be forced to sacrifice. Same thing with the little point guards. The little point guards, if you're a little point guard, you want to shoot like Steph, you don't want to put no strength, okay. But when you go up for a dunk on somebody, you know, a 7 foot somebody, and they want to go for a block, they should be able to get that block like it's nothing. You know, I mean, if you're crafty and you can kind of finesse and, you know, double clutch and then throw a layup at the last moment, that's cool. I get that. That's real life. There needs to be chances in that, but I'm just saying every stat needs to matter. Let me keep going because I don't want to, you know, mess it up too much. So I got ball IQ, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I want centers to be able to battle for positioning down low. The swim moves are somewhat random. They're randomly activated. I want 2 equally attributed and badged centers, so if they have the same type of level of attributes and the same badges, or around the same badges, they should be able to fight down low. It should be a guessing game. The swim moves, the post moves, you having moderate inside defense, you know, like how we have interior defense, you having moderate inside defense should not be enough to stop post moves. That's brain dead. And what I mean by that is, if you know right now, most people just have like interior defense, and then they just hold LT or L2 and they just sit there, and you go for a fake or a spin. I said both words at the same time. If you go for a fake or a spin, they just kind of block you because they just happen to be there and they didn't do anything on their part. They're not even playing any defense on you. They're just holding LT and kind of praying that you don't try anything. And that's why such a big part of the game is missing. That's why everybody sticks to threes and cheesing for dunks, because the mid range and the post game is just dead in the game. Nobody does anything there because, you know, it's just so brain dead to defend that sometimes. I think everything with big men and stuff, it's even point guards too. If you're like a Jalen Brunson, you play in the post, it should be a dang chess game. I think even if you have barely any defense, you should still have a chance to be able to play in that chess game too. You just have a better chance the higher your stats are, the better your badges are, etc., etc. So there's that. I want actual stamina drain and resource management. A point guard cannot run every play, every possession. Other players should be forced to be involved, not just 3-and-D spot up shooters. If you try to play brain dead 5 out with the point guard running every play, you will suffer because the point guard won't have enough stamina to do that every quarter, every play straight. He will be gassed and he will need help. The reason I said I added the second half of that was because when I said forced to, I don't want people to be like, oh God, he's trying to change the game and force some RNG. No, what I'm saying is you can try and let the point guard run every possession if you want, but in my Dream 2K, he's gonna get gassed. He's gonna get gassed. His attributes are gonna go down. He's not gonna be able to just keep left-righting every damn possession. That's unrealistic. There's no team in real life. Not even on the court, not even some dudes at the LA Fitness. Nobody comes down court and watches one dude hit a million crossovers and whatnot, and just be like, yeah, that's normal. That's totally normal. That brother's cooking right now. And then the other dudes are just sitting there spotting up every damn possession unless they need to get a rebound, and then they all play defense. That's not real. That's not real. Especially for grown men. These are all grown men who are supposed to be good at basketball. You're telling me this, but they came to the rec to watch a dude. Okay, bro, let's keep going. So I want other people to have to be involved. That's it. The game should incentivize, but also kind of force your hand there. Like, hey, y'all are gonna hoop too. Y'all not about to be sitting here being the most extreme role player NPCs of all time. Next, I want defense to actually be high IQ and effective, not just luck. For example, if you are guarding a dribble head and you got his pattern figured out, if you anticipate and reach at the right time, you got to be rewarded. You got to also be able to body up better. There's no reason I should have the ball. I got on ball menace, the badge, and people can slip right past you. It's iffy, sometimes it's 50-50. And rest in peace to all the other badges that have existed, like 90, whatever, that 90 something feet, 94 feet, clamps. There's so many times they've tried to add defensive badges and people just complain. I know like right stick ripper was kind of, it was broke, but I'm just saying, like, defense has to get buffed, dude. This game needs defense. It is so, this game has so many holes, but defense is half of basketball. Somebody's always on defense. And it's just silly, bro. I feel like I'm playing NBA Jam or something, dude. Like, I feel like we just sprint down court, shoot it, hit some crossover, shoot a three, sprint down court, rinse and repeat. Like, defense has to be a chess game. That's the problem with 2K, is these animations and stuff, these canned animations and blocky movements. No, there needs to be more fluid movement, and everything needs to be a chess game. Everything needs to give me multiple options and my opponent multiple options to kind of defend and attack at the same time. We got to be like, okay, is he going here? Is he going here? Can I reach? Can I cut this off? We need smooth stuff where it looks smooth. We need the game to flow like water. That will make the game so much better, I'm telling you. Next up, 6'10" and up should have access to ankle assassin. We should be able to make people fall too, because regardless of height, that happens in real life. Bol, Kevin Durant, I can go show you a compilation on YouTube of how many times I've seen a center make somebody fall, a center or a power forward. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're tall doesn't mean you can't cross somebody up. That happens all the time in real life. I think Shaq made somebody fall once. And I'm not talking about like he knocked him over. I think he crossed him up. So it's very possible. But that's, you get the point. There should be micro games in the game. Let's say a badge is called Bully. We're going to make that one up right there, a Bully badge. What if this is only available to excellent defenders? That means you have a high defense stats in certain things, defense, strength, maybe a little bit of, whatever. Just the right stats, it's up there, but only like somebody who's really invested in defense can get this. Not just like, oh, let me grab Bully while I'm at it. No more just grabbing things while you're at it, like grabbing bronze Bully and hoping it activates all the damn time. What if there was a badge named Bully, and let's see, what if this is only available to high defense stats? After so many stops on the same player, that player his stats start to deteriorate. So basically I was thinking, like, what if there are stats that are active stats? Not just, oh, this helps me jump in the air. Like, it helps me get access to these animations. Like, I can, how like you got high flying denier and you can run up and swat something. That's cool. But what if there were stats that actively affect like the other people around me? And I'm going to get there, by the way. I'm going to get there. Because my next point is there's personality badges. Keep all this stuff in mind. And again, if you have to pause it and be like, oh, that was an L, or oh, I actually agree with that one, please remember, write that down. I want to know if I'm tripping or not. Next, there's personality badges. These badges actually have effects. Personality badges. Now, if you remember, if you're playing 2K, sometimes you would randomly get these badges like Gym Rat. I can't remember all of them, but Gym Rat was like you went to the gym a lot. You shot around, you lifted weights. Regardless, follow me here. These are some of the badges, personality badges that you can get. And you can develop these in all ways, between how you respond to dialogue events in your career versus how many times you go to the gym. Like if you go to the gym a lot and shoot around and spend hours in there, whether it's your My court, the Pro-Am court, just shooting around. Like there's ways to get all of these things, little sneaky ways. Like if you were running around the city a lot, I don't want you to have to do that, but if you were running around the city a lot, or maybe in game, if you were sprinting all the time, you could develop like, track stars. I don't know, but just follow me here. The badges would be like narcissist, team captain, him, which him, I'm going to give you an example. If you had the him badge, it's a personality badge, like you think you're him. If you hit clutch shots, it'll demoralize your opponents or your matchup. So I was thinking opponents like their whole team, but also it could just be your matchup. The guy who's guarding you, maybe his stats start to drop because you're that guy and he's starting to get demoralized. But here's the counter argument. Here's the chess game. Some of these badges can negate the other badges. So I just told you about him, right? Then you got a role player badge, gym rat, insecure, meaning, as you know, he's easy to be let down. He's easy to have his stats drop. He's more susceptible than others. He takes harder hits, but that can be also negated. You got hothead, dirty player, crap talker, effortless and narcissist make you invincible to the bully badge that we mentioned earlier. So if somebody's a crazy defender, he bodying you up, bullying, well, effortless, narcissist, those can kind of negate it. If your dude believes in himself so much and stuff. I'm not trying to like give you some crazy lore and overthink this. I'm just saying, like, imagine the complexity of the game. Like, it could actually be a fun game if your character feels different than everybody else's character. That's what I'm trying to get at. Almost done, y'all. Almost done. Forced animations, black hole screens. I don't want to talk about this one too much, but basically the point, as you know, is these screens gotta go. These screens gotta go. That's why it's the meta, because the other dudes sit back there like spot up shooters, the point guard left, rights, and the center sets a screen that for some reason, it's like, I don't know, whoever, the people who made this game, it's just like they've never seen Alex Caruso or somebody dodge a screen. It's not that damn hard. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I don't play basketball professionally. But if Shaq set a screen and somebody's like, get past that. I mean, yeah, pause, but the dude is big. I get that. Like, he's an obstacle for sure. But I'm going to be able to get around him. If he's not moving and it's not like an illegal screen, yes, I can get past Shaq. Now, can I get past him and stop whoever's, maybe not instantly, but pick dodger needs to be something. There needs to be an effective getting. When I say pick dodger needs to be something, I'm not saying like pick dodger needs to be something and like you just gotta let me get past it effortlessly like it's nothing. No. A screen should be something. What I'm saying is there should be a, like, maybe you know how you hold LT to activate pick dodger to get past the screen or whatever. You should be able to hold LT and like your dude should kind of be able to get on it, and then if the dude's going the other way, reject it and like push off of it or something. Like there should be a fluid motion for me to disengage from a screen versus me running into a screen, whether I'm holding LT or not, and I get put in an animation where now I'm slow, my dude is struggling, and a point guard can just zoom the other way and be like, oh, he fell into the screen, he got caught in the animation. I know that's an open shot for me. That is the most demoralizing, immersion breaking gameplay I've ever seen, dude. It kills the whole vibe when I see that. And then your team is sitting there like, oh man, you got to get past that. Like, what can I do? I'm stuck in animation hell. What am I supposed to do? So the forced animations, same thing when people go for their dunky dunks and they're you're nearby. If you hold the thumbstick down or whatever to contest a little bit, it'll make your dude commit to it and jump up and get sucked into the animation. Pause if necessary, but there's a lot of sucking in this game. If you notice, sucking into animations, you just always are forced in some bull crap. Second to last, we are almost done, guys. Movements need to be deliberate, meaningful, and have consequences. Some of the positive things I've seen in this game, yes, I'm going to speak on some positives. Some of the positive things I've seen in 2K26 is how when teammates bump each other, when they run into each other, I like that. That's realistic. If you were running past your teammate, now I don't think it's always, and this is where ball IQ stat could come in handy and other stats possibly, but I don't think it needs to be like, the whole run into them and you just stop completely and your dude they look like, two people at an airport. Oh, excuse me, you go first. No, you go first. No, it doesn't need to be that, but it needs to be like a definite, like, even if it's subtle and slight, it needs to be something like, I don't phase through my teammate. Like, oh, I ran past him, he ran past me. We kind of like turn our bodies a bit and then continue running. It needs to be something. So I like that they're trying to do some physics stuff. I like that the bigger you are, the tougher the momentum changes are. I mean, there needs to be stats to overcompensate that, because if I want to have somebody who's tall, like take somebody like Wimby. If I want to have a Wimby and this dude is like, Wimby can kind of turn on a dime. He's kind of agile for somebody that size. If I want to do something like that, I should be able to, but I should also have to sacrifice. For example, Wimby's, I'm not going to say he's not strong, but he's also, he would never be able to hold his own against a Shaq. There needs to be trade-offs at every decision made in a game. That is the only way this game gets better, because this is a realistic game. It's basketball. There's trade-offs everywhere. You want to be small and quick? Okay, but you're not strong. You're not strong and you have no reach. There's always going to be a trade-off. Lastly, I want to talk about the rec. There's so many things I could talk about, but I'm going to finish it off with this one. The rec is one of the most popular game modes in NBA 2K. We need better venues, courts, better jerseys, better colors, an actual pregame lobby where you can scout, look at your teammates' builds, talk to each other a little bit more instead of just putting random people in there and I'm looking at a portrait of my character hitting some generic animations and there's ads playing in the background on repeat. Hey, buy this. Did you want to buy some more VC? Hey, did you see the new outfit coming out? Only 50,000 VC and you can have these sunglasses. It's like, I don't care about that. I don't need to see that. Stop advertising to me and work on a damn game. Can we make the rec actually look like somewhere people want to be? For halftime, can we get an actual presentation that shows, like, I'm not saying it needs to be music and talking about everything, but I just can it more than just that card that shows the top players for two teams and the bare bone stats? Can it actually be like, hey, you guys are doing really good at here, you're killing them on the boards, you're doing this, but they're kind of getting you with these wide open 3-point shots, they're killing you from this area specifically. It seems like they're running, you ain't got to get too deep, but show us you care about the game mode that most people play. I think the rec is probably the most, if not one of the most popular modes. Is where the casuals love to go. The people who want Sim Nation somewhat, that is where they go. The rec. People who ain't got no friends for program and all that, random rec. And even when you squad up and you got friends, rec is where it's at, man. It's just fun. Just fun to get into a game and go against another team, especially because most teams are not running squad in there. They're running man defense. It just feels like actual basketball. Yeah, show your team where they're winning at, where they're losing, and maybe down the line, if not now, there might be a chance for an announcer or two. That is everything that I have to say about 2K. Hopefully I crammed it all together and didn't ramble too much, but guys, I really truly think that this game could be so much better if they just work on some of those things I spoke on. So many of those things could really advance the game. And you've seen your own content creators, and you listening to this might have your own idea about what could help this game out. There's really so much, there's so much, but they just got to start showing us they care, because it seems like the only thing that they don't struggle with is more microtransactions and more silliness, more hot dog costumes, more banana costumes, more mascots, more, hovercrafts and jet skis, and it's like we're doing everything but working on basketball. But hey, that's what sells, right? Anyways, I hope you got something out of this, man. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Shalom, shalom. I'm out.